Good morning, children of God.
Good morning.
Yay. Now, you may wonder what the yay is all about, right? It's Potluck Sunday. Yay. And yay is because every now and again something goes, and that's it. Whoever wants truth and light shall find it for themselves. We can point in the right direction. We can assist, but guess what? You find it for yourself, yes? Steve told me that earlier. That's what's on the board. Well, I don't know if that's true, but I know this is true. Let's stand, join together and sing In the Silence. In this moment, peace is here, truth is here, love is here, God is here, and we acknowledge His presence moving in and through us. This day, we choose to be open, receptive, and responsive to His instruction and guidance. This day, we are grateful for the opportunity to come together to worship, to sing, and to pray in the name, in the nature, in the power of the Christ. Amen.
Amen. The daily word today is pray for others. And this morning, Wayne will be reading our daily word for us.
Good morning. Pray for others. I pray for others from a consciousness of God. Each day I set aside time to pray for others, for those I love, for my community, and for the world. While events in life may prompt me to worry, I choose instead to trust in God. I begin my prayer by aligning my thoughts with God consciousness. My mind is calm, I am centered in my heart, and I breathe easily. In the quiet, I see those for whom I pray enfolded in divine love. I envision peace and guidance moving in and through life's circumstances. Divine love, present and active, is healing and restoring, bringing balance and harmony. As I claim the highest good for others, I see loving outcomes emerge. I trust in God, and all is well. And the admonition from Paul, who, by the way, had a lot to worry about when it came to the early Christian congregation and church at that time. But writing to the church of the Philippians, he wrote, "Do not worry about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God."
I detect a theme. Gee, there's a surprise. One of the things that isn't a surprise, it's just a truth, is that the more you affirm who you are, the more you actively give power of your voice to the truth of who you are, the more that shows up in your world. Breathe. And let's take our affirmation together. I am a child of the living God. I have within me the all-creating power of the Christ. It radiates from me and blesses all whom I contact. I am now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. I am now in the presence. Let's rest. Join with Stephen. I am. And having spoken these words of the truth of me, now gently, easily, effortlessly, having stilled my body, I quiet my mind, and I move to that place in consciousness that Jesus called my inner closet, that secret place within. It is that place within you where there is no question, there is no doubt, and I affirm the Father and I are one. It is here in this oneness that I breathe and I rest. And as I enter into this place, gently I close the door. I close the door on those thoughts and feelings of what I should have done. I close the door on those thoughts, those feelings of what I have yet to do this day. And for right now, for one holy moment, I rest. I breathe and I listen. For in my prayers I ask here in the stillness, in the silence, answers come. Perhaps in a word, the vibration of the music in song. a feeling of peace. Regardless, know it comes to you this day freely and wrapped in love. This day, I choose to say yes. I choose to accept these gifts that come to me. This day, I immerse myself in them. Each and every cell of my being re-energized, renewed. In this moment, I am whole and free. Here in the stillness and the silence, I remember I am a channel through which good flows into my world. In this moment, I open that channel. Good flows through me, from me, into my world, into this place, moving, touching each and every one of God's children. In this moment, I am blessed. I choose to continue to be a blessing. This flow moves through me, from me, into our community, wherever that may be, touching each and every one of God's children. Across our state, across our country, touching each and every one of God's children. In this moment, I am blessed. I choose to continue to be a blessing. This flow continues around our world, touching each and every one of God's children. We remember, regardless of appearance, I am there, therefore good is there. Regardless of appearance, peace is there. I breathe it and bring it to my world. In this moment, I am blessed. I choose to continue to be a blessing. This flow continues from me, through me, throughout our universe. And remembering in truth, in spirit, we are never separate one from the other. We know that somewhere, somewhen, someone is saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. The gifts that you have sent, gratefully received. And that gratitude swells up and returns to you. And in that moment, you can say, I am blessed. And the circle is complete and whole. I rest in it. I live in it. I breathe in it for one holy moment. And knowing there is more yet for me to do this day, I hold to this experience we have shared. I gently and easily, effortlessly bring my attention back to this room, to this place, to this now. And I join with you and pray as Jesus, our elder brother, has taught us when he said, "As for you, pray therefore in this manner." For those of you who don't remember what this is, that's Rob's brain turning on. Remembering what it is I thought we were going to talk about. We may get there today. One of the things that I've learned over time is that I need to be still and to open up. And that when I do that, that which I need in the moment shows up. And so then I stop worrying. And it's easy in the day-to-day living to get caught up in that, this world of ours, and forget who you are. The truth is, I'm a seeker of light, of the truth of me. And I'm in really good company. Yay! You're all here. And even though if you're not here, you're still here. And for those who aren't all here, who are here, never mind. I'm not going to go there today. But we hold in common this notion of seeking the truth of who we are and coming out of the darkness. And we can call it a lot of different things. And today, I am reminded that there are people in our world that are not Christian, but are seekers of the light, because they wish in their circumstance, whatever it may be, to come out of the darkness. In other words, the stuff that's going on, not too cool. And I want to move out of that into the light, into peace, into order. So, what can we do for them? Join them. Breathe. And see peace. See love moving in and through our world. That's what being a seeker is all about. About taking one step at a time. But you have to remember who you are. It's easy to forget who you are. We had a bit of a discussion on Wednesday about it. When you meet somebody new for the very first time, 99 times out of 100 you will ask this question: what do you do? Really? Do you really want to know what they do? Not really, no. What you want to know is, who are you? But we haven't figured out how to word the questioning quite right yet, that in essence says, who will you be in this moment? Who will you be with me? If we could figure out how to ask that question a little bit better, it'd be kind of an interesting turn of events, wouldn't it? Because we know that we get to choose who we will be in any given moment. In this moment, I choose to be peace. Yay! Notice I did not say at peace, because I want to bring it here. In this moment, I choose to be love. Not in love, not about love, but be it. See, that's part of this seeking, and each time I do that, I am lifted up. Right? So that then becomes the mantra for me, and hopefully for you, is to see that expression of the truth in your world every day, regardless of appearance. Think about this. Jesus wasn't the first to say it, but I like this, the way he worded it in John. Again, Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in darkness, but he shall find for himself the light of life. How cool is that? You will find it for yourself. Why is that important? Because it's all about you. Your life, your path, your purpose, your thoughts, and all of your teachers were there to remind you of who you already are. And you just need to embrace that. But it's not easy. It's easy to get caught up in that. We're in the midst of it. For those of you who have your own home and children, do them a favor. Get rid of everything. Just saying. Get rid of everything. Everything. And in case I wasn't saying it out loud, everything. Why? The nice thing is as you go through things, memories come back, and that's a good thing. But we like to have things working. And So the joy for me in this process is finding homes for the costumes that Mom made, as an example, that went to a children's theater group. They saw her, for those of you who saw her in her Christmas dress, which was the full green gown with the big hoop skirts, their art director went, "Yay! We're doing Christmas Carol!" Ta-da! Okay, so that went to work. Sorry. And everything, hopefully, recycled, regenerated, moves, keeps working and working. It doesn't work in your closet. It needs to be out there. Now, the analogy is this: what you hold on in here needs to get out also and working. And we can hold on to thoughts for a while, that's fine, but I want to get them working. Thoughts are things. That's part of bringing light into your world, is to bring light to these thoughts so you can put things to work in your world. And then in the midst of it, you'll go, how is this going to work? And everything works on time. One of the things that was on my list of things to do was get a storage unit. Okay? Went to a storage unit. And they were closed. I had to go back. Oh, darn. Went back, and guess what she told me? We don't have any units. Oh, wait a minute. I have one. I have one. Guess what? I only need one. Good for her, good for me. Now she has a full house, and I have what I need. Isn't that great? Or I could have stressed out and stomped out, right? And still be looking for a unit. And we've done that from time to time, but it just works. At the same time, when we were reaching out to people to say, look, we want to put these things back to work in our world, several people didn't respond. But the one who did took about half, and another person stepped up and said, I have family who's in theater in Myrtle Creek. We will take everything else. I don't even have a hanger left. Yay! Right? So it moves on. And the way it relates to what I'm talking about today is those people were seeking. And they asked. And what they needed showed up before they needed it. How do I know that? Well, I know when my mother made that dress that now is going to work in the Christmas Carol and a children's play here in Medford. I brought a box for music for Steve. When you put things in a box and intend to give them to somebody, give it to them. That box was ready about 2 years ago. Steve got it today. Just saying. So in that box will be treasures for Steve to find, and we were going through a couple of them, and we found a Unity hymnal from 1927. It's not as thick as yours. I'm telling you, it's just real thin. Right? It's the same songs. Why is it in a box? Because it's important. I got that. But we need to let go. We need to release and put things back to work in our world. Now, I'm not saying don't accumulate stuff. That's not really what I'm talking about. What I'm really talking about is thinking about release. And remembering that as a seeker, that when you're seeking light, there are others who are seeking light as well. And that you have the opportunity to be a blessing. And that's what we're going through, and that's what I'm seeing for me, is look at the opportunities I have to be a blessing. With this and with this. And how things just kind of work. When you get, oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then someone says, I'll take that. Yay! Need any help with the truck? You know, why? Because I need to move things through. I need to step out in remembering who I am. And that when I stress, I do this, I depress. And that's not good for me. And more importantly, it's not good for my world. People say to me often, why are you smiling all the time? Why are you happy most of the time? Why? Well, the smile is easy. I'm lazy. It takes less muscles to smile than it does to frown. But life is much easier when I'm happy. If I am sad, if I am depressed, if I am down, if I am living in the darkness, not a happy place. Now, I had to live there to remember to live in the light. And that's kind of what I'm suggesting to you today, is that choose to make that shift. It's so much more fun. Things happen that need to happen. This one says, I'm here to help. Another one says, that early in the morning, but I'm willing to help. Right? With what I need, then provides a way for them to be of service to me, which is a blessing for me and a blessing for them. And I remember a long time ago, I was facing a financial challenge and I had to go to my grandmother. Some of you may relate to that from time to time, going to family, right? And I said to her, I really feel badly about this, and I got that far when she said, stop. I'm doing what I want to do. Who are you to stand in the way of my good? I quit right then and there. Okay, I'm done. Hit me with a fork, I'm done. I've never forgotten that. And I work at not getting in the way of someone else's good. It's why when I share with our trustees and when we talk in potluck and whatnot, is we learn to say yes a lot. If someone says, may I help you? Yeah. Could I do a better job myself? He said, in here. Yeah. But I need to remember, they're asking to be of service. Who am I to stand in the way? I'm not going to cast that shadow. They're seeking light. Light of understanding, light of awareness, light of participation, light of cooperation, light of life. Who am I to stand in the way of that? Right? So I don't. Sure. And if it's not done to my satisfaction, guess what? After they leave and I have blessed them, I'll do it myself. But I'm not tight about it. I'm not upset about it. I don't go, I wish they'd done it better. No. That's not the point. I've been of service and I'm blessed. They are being of service and be a blessing. Together, we have seen the light. Isn't that fun? And it's that simple. Okay? We don't need to overcomplicate it. Keep it really, really simple. When you look at your world, can you see, regardless of what it appears, can you see the good in it? Try that. Try working at it. See, I'm thinking of myself that there are people, again, I mentioned it earlier, around the world right this second, who are seeking peace in their life. Now, they may be living in a part of the world where that's not the appearance at the moment. But I can help them by being peaceful here. I am in support of that feeling. And in that moment, I express my oneness. And sometimes even I don't realize that that's what's going on. But something else will happen. Another instance, another circumstance, another person will come into my life. with exactly what I need in that moment. That is cooperation, right? And that's what we need to do more of, is cooperate with our world. Cooperate with one another. We're all on the same path. We have different directions to get there, and there are times when you think, hello, and I'm the only guy in the parade, right? There are times when you feel like you're the only person out there that's going through these things. And that's when you need to take a breath. That's when you need to recognize the truth of who you are. That's when you need to recognize that God is with you, so that when Jesus said to you and to I and to the world, I am the light of the world, he also said, you are the light of the world. He didn't hog it. And there are those who think he was the only light. Surprise, no. You are the light of the world. You are. Take it on. Hit your dimmer switch. Crank it up. Right? Because you're not alone here in this process. Know that in your darkest hour there is someone bringing you the light. Most of the time it's a mirror. And you don't see it. And it's okay. That's part of the process. We work together in that. We share in that. We breathe in that. We live in that. And we put in our prayer work for me personally and for others to be open to that truth of them. Express that truth of them, that good of them. And if you're having a challenge with that, remember it begins here. Breathe. I want you to hold a picture. The picture is of you, right where you're sitting, right here, right now. Rest. And in this moment, here is the truth that you can make, a statement you can make to this picture. I love you. Together? I love you. Breathe. Hold the picture. I bless you. Together? I bless you. Hold the picture. Breathe. Oh, I appreciate you. Together? I appreciate you. Now, light up the world. Breathe. I behold the Christ. Together? I behold the Christ. In that moment, your world changed. Open to it. Breathe it in. I love you. Namaste.
Thank you for listening. Please feel free to pass this message along to your friends and family. You can obtain additional audio tapes or CDs by visiting our website or by calling our office at 541-772-6902. We invite you to join us in prayer. We know that prayer works, and now you can send your prayer request to our prayer team here at Christ Unity Church by using the form on our website. The activities, programs, and services of this ministry are presented on a love offering basis. All gifts, regardless of size, are gratefully accepted. You may participate either by sending your gift to Christ Unity Church, 540 North Holly Street, Medford, Oregon, 97501, or by visiting us on the internet at www.unitymedford.org.